I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep going?
Are you going to do any more this
Do you want to keep going? Keep harassing?
Now, before I go further, you're going to hear a lot of bleep, 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 bleep. Because it's not a friendly encounter here. So this, just to set the, it looks like a grocery store or a pharmacy or something she was in, and she is accosted by this man. And it gets really heated. So I'm not going to say anything else. I want you guys to hear it. Let it play out. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds long.
You could have gone to a dozen town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a
I've already done one. I'll do plenty more.
Any more this year was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay, sweet. Well,
And by the way, I voted for gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do
so
with me?
I'm just saying, it has everything to do with you.
You think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do.
That's
absolutely.
your first stance when you speak with me?
Absolutely.
There's no other
if you want to get in my face about town halls, you should have shown up to one last year.
There's no thing you can talk about me just saying, oh, I support gay marriage.
Yeah,
That's
because you're getting in my face about a town hall. You could have gone last year.
Question from right
Would you
over
like
here
me?
is if you have any plans to have more town halls this year.
I have town halls every year. I have over a dozen every year.
Great. That was my entire question. You didn't have to go into the spiel about
You could have come to any of them last year.
Okay. And
I had over a dozen.
2024.
Where were you the year before that?
Okay.
Or the year before that?
It was a simple question.
Oh, because you know what? Because you people on the left are crazy.
So
You're absolutely f***ing crazy.
I'm absolutely
You are.
crazy.
And get out of my face.
You're insane.
Goodbye.
You're insane.
Thank you.
You're gonna me and you're
Yep.
gonna be voted
Bye.
out so fast this year.
I'm not. I'm not. I won by so much.
You're a disgrace to the state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question and you just to go on this tirade and tell you.
Yeah, you.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
You.
Get out of my face. Try it again. What's your name?
Nasty bitch.
What's your name?
Nasty bitch. That's
What's your name?
You say me?
Yep, I sure did.
The first thing you're saying is
Absolutely.
asking you a
Get
question.
the f*** out of my face.
You.
Now.
You.
You couldn't take me on, baby. Stay the f*** away from me.
So, people saw that on X. Nancy posted it herself, and I applaud her. I 100%, I 200% applaud her. And there were people actually on X, I don't know if they were Republican, MAGA, or Democrat, and they were attacking her for what she said. And let me just put the perspective to you. This is a man, gay or not, he's a man. She is a 5'6", 135-pound woman. And this guy takes it upon himself while she is obviously shopping to want to engage in politics. And it gets into a heated argument. The guy obviously has a bone to pick. He's not a Republican. And we've seen what's happening in these town halls. And what I want to say to you right now is something I've said many, many times to people who have said crazy things about MAGA. And I'm talking about Republican MAGA. I'm talking about existing MAGA. You have to know how to win. Nancy Mace knows how to win. You do not turn the other cheek. You do not acquiesce. You do not retreat. You face these morons head on. You give them everything right back to them. You make sure they know you mean business. It is not wrong. That's a woman. You've seen what some of these people do. How do you know, if you're in that situation, whether that guy had mace or whether he was going to approach her further? You don't. So people who are on X saying, oh, she should have done it, you've never been in that situation. I can firmly tell you, I can without a doubt tell you, if that was Robin, things would have been flying off the shelves. She would have made sure, and if the guy approached her, he would have been pew-pewed. See, in Florida, I don't know if South Carolina, you can do things like that. It would have been right to draw down because he didn't really come at her, but I would have had my hand on my hip. Just tell your story walking. Tell your story walking. You can say whatever you want. Don't take any steps towards me. You, watching that, need to understand a few things. And people on X need to understand a few things. Because if you don't understand, then you can't put yourself in her shoes. She was obviously alone. No husband, no boyfriend, by herself, maybe with a kid, who knows. And she's filming it from this perspective. If you've never had anybody approach you who's adversarial, you may think it's simple. Just walk away. Don't even worry about it. Turn your back. You think turning your back has been helping people who have dealt with these morons in the street? Now I'm going to sprinkle in a different variable for you. Because some of you may know and some of you may not know, or some of you may know and have forgotten, let it pass. Nancy Mace is a survivor. She's a woman who's been attacked and had bad things happen to her. I can't say the word. It begins with an R. So when you put that into the mix and you understand, wait a minute, this woman's been attacked. Many women in the chat probably have been attacked. And many women in the chat may have even had the R word. So she's made no secret that she's endured the R word. People in her state know she's endured the R word. So, dude, if you know that this woman has had that happen to her and she's been a victim who has now survived, don't expect to walk up to somebody who's got that kind of history who's ever going to let that happen again. And so when I talk to you guys and I say, learn how to win, no, I'm not turning my back. I'm no longer afraid. Somebody did something to me, if I'm Nancy Mace, and they took something from me, you're not going to be that next person. Ever. So I am going to make a scene. If any of you women have been to self-defense classes, what's the first thing they tell you? Make a scene. Make noise. And if you saw the noise going on, did you see what the other people in the store were doing? Which it amazed me. Just kept walking. So it wasn't helping. It wasn't helping. You guys have seen animals. My little chihuahua here. The hair goes up on the back of their neck when they feel threatened and they stand up. You see alligators and how they make the noise, and other animals, they pop their chest out. She was making noise. She was popping her chest out and saying, get away from me, get away from me, F you, get away from me, and he wasn't leaving. So I want you to put that in perspective. Those of ladies who haven't felt that, and men who thought didn't think about it, that if you were her, having had her past, and a large-sized male is approaching you and accosting you in that manner, what did you expect her to do? To me, I think she had proper decorum, because like I said, things would have been flying off the shelf at him. You got to start learning how to win, people. Those of you who think that, she should have walked away, you're not in the fight. You don't understand what these people are capable of. You don't understand what they're going to do. You might want to get ready, because if you're out, like President Trump said, enjoying your life, there's going to be somebody out there who doesn't want you to enjoy life. Like some masked man at a restaurant running through Secret Service, stealing the pocketbook of the Secretary of Homeland Security. She had a masked man come into a restaurant, steal her pocketbook, and nobody seemingly did anything. And she's a cabinet member. And you're thinking Nancy Mace in South Carolina, out shopping during the day with no Secret Service, did the wrong thing? You don't know how to win. You don't know how to win. Because I tell you right now, Kristi Noem is kicking some butt and finding out how that happened. And Nancy Mace, I bet I bet that guy's really lucky. I don't know the gun laws in South Carolina, but if they're anything like Florida, dude, you should have just walked away while she was screaming. Because you don't know what may have happened. And she would have had, down here in Florida, you know, those of you who say turn the other cheek or walk away. No, in Florida, you have no obligation to retreat. In fact, there's sheriffs who've made videos. Grady over in in Polk County tell you to light them up, shoot them graveyard dead. They try to approach you. That's why people here know. Hey, don't do something stupid. You may not go home. You just came to attack a congresswoman, and you tried to mouth off, and all you got was a few FUs. Consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky that you were able to walk away just having your feelings hurt. Because next time, you might not be so lucky. And those of you who think that she did the wrong thing, I want you to empathize with her. I want you to put yourself in her position, what this guy may have triggered. He may have looked like the guys who did something to her. Anybody think of that? Anybody think, wow, in her mind, wow, this dude looks like the dude that hurt me? You don't know. You have no idea. Talk to a woman who's been hurt. Ask them. If there's some in the chat who want to talk, ask them how they feel. If somebody accosts them after they've been abused or had the R word happen to them, ask them if they remember what that person looks like, what he smelled like, and what still gets triggered if that situation happens again. Ask them if a man touches them in a certain way, if they don't recoil. Until you walked in those shoes, shut up. Just absolutely shut up. Because Nancy Mace, unless you know her history, unless you walked a mile in those shoes, you got nothing to say. Nothing. Oh, by the way, didn't somebody break her arm or do something to her a couple months ago? Yeah. In an open place. She was, I think, did it happen in Congress? I forget where it was. But think about it. Some of you guys say I don't agree. Okay, well, that's your prerogative. Stand your ground used to be the law in Minnesota. Now you have to try to flee, or you'll be prosecuted. Nah, not in Florida. All right, Steve, you have open carry in South Carolina, so he's lucky then, because I'm pretty sure a woman like that she's probably packing. And he's lucky he walked away. So what? Wait a minute. She's a public servant. She's a woman first. I don't serve you to take your shit. Come on, people. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, we are never going to win. Call it a day. Call it a day. We are not going to win with people who have ideology like that. She's a public servant, so what's that mean? Oh, she should. You deserve to take it. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, God bless Nancy Mace, and not God bless Nancy Mace. Any woman in that kind of a situation. He started it. You want some of this, baby? Bring it. Speaking as an openly gay conservative male, I 100% agree with Nancy Mace. That little fruit was just trying to start some shit, and I do not support. What you don't see is why she started filming. Nope. You can look for that reason. I'm not. I just know my wife out there. And number one, if she called me, if I was sitting in the car while she went in the store, and I came in, and you don't even know. You see, I told Ashley something today, and I'll share it with you. Those people like me who do things, sometimes, you've heard some of the guys who've gotten swatted and things of that nature. Well, yeah, I've been threatened. I got an email last week. Somebody said, I know where you are and I know how to find you. That's what the email said. That was the entirety of the email. And I responded. Normally I don't respond to emails like that. I'm like, well, are you assuming I'm hiding? I tell people I'm in Boca. I take pictures of me walking around. I ain't hiding from no one. You got the wrong person. I'm much bigger than Tim Pool and some of these other guys. And I got a couple things with me. But if you threaten her, I'm not letting it get that far. If that guy approached my wife like that, Michael, you can disagree all you want. Talk to some women who've been abused or had the R word. That's all I'm telling you. You can disagree. Free country. But you're not in her shoes. You've never been in. I can tell you right now, you've never been in her shoes. You've never slipped on those high heels. You've never had someone take your essence because they felt like it in a violent way. You've never had that happen. You've never had anyone treat you like the gimp in Pulp Fiction and bend you over and do what they want and cast you aside. You've never had that happen. But if it does happen to you, go ahead and email me back or comment and let me know how you feel. And let me know what you think about the type of person who would do that to you. And then let me know if you get in that situation again, how that's going to feel for you. Some of you guys have obviously not spoken to a lot of women in your life. Maybe the women, because they know how you think, didn't feel comfortable telling you. Your sister, your mom, your current wife, a former girlfriend. Maybe they didn't feel like telling you because you had that knuckle-dragging thought. That's how you think. Oh, you shouldn't have been doing that. You should have just turned the other cheek and walk away. Just saying. I disagree. He didn't seem that bad. She seemed to make it worse. When I went down to film the protest down here in Boca, some people have asked me, how come you didn't have more video? I'm going to tell you why I didn't have more video. Maybe this will help people like Sherry. Because Robin said, get in the car, let's get out of here. I'm like, what's wrong? These people are old. She goes, I don't feel comfortable. That was it. Okay, we're done. No more filming. Let's go have lunch. Sherry, what would happen if you didn't feel comfortable? Where is that line at that point where you as a woman, I assume Sherry Lucas is a woman, when is it that you wouldn't feel comfortable? Because I was at that protest and I'm like, these people are old, Robin. What are you worried about? And you're like, I don't know. I don't know if one of them will take something out of their pocket. It's easy for people to say, I disagree. I don't think you've been out there. I'm going to challenge you. Go ahead. Go out to the next. I'm sure there's people who parked in a restaurant with their Tesla and they didn't think it was going to get burned up. I'm sure there's been people who drove through protests and didn't think people were going to jump on their car. Oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, she made it worse. Okay. All right, so enough said. Anyway, Nancy, I'm behind you, and I'm behind any woman, because I don't think, maybe call me chivalrous, maybe call me old-fashioned. I don't think you do that to any woman. Period. Representative, grandmother, mother, sister, auntie, you don't approach a woman, man. You just don't do it. That means you're a P word, okay? I can't say the word. But if you feel like it's okay for you to approach a woman and you're a man, you're a piece of crap.